Hello, kindergarten cougars, it's Mrs. Ballatash, and I am so glad that we're going to talk about the weather because the weather has changed. Usually in Southern California, it is warm and sunny. That's the weather. But this past weekend, the weather started to change. It got cold and cloudy, and it even rained on Saturday. Now, boys and girls, I do my video a week before. So when I'm talking about the weather, I'm talking about a week ago. So I'm sorry, that's how it is when I have to make these videos for you, for your classes. So I'm looking at the week of November 9th, and on Saturday it rained, and it has been very cool. So I wrote on my weather calendar that it rained over the weekend, that it was cool, and now today it is sunny and cool. So please keep track of everything that's going on the weather calendar. All right, so look at this beautiful picture of this tree. It's really gorgeous. And I want to read a little bit to you about trees and weather. Where do trees grow? Trees are living plants. Trees have woody trunks and roots. Trees have branches with leaves. Hey, this tree kind of reminds me of our big pine trees that we have here at school. Trees grow in cities. People plant and take care of city trees. Trees grow in natural areas like forests. Nature takes care of these trees. So there's a city, and you can see like there's a park, and it looks like there's a road there or a walk. And this is a forest out in nature. And nature does the watering. Nobody waters those trees except rain. Trees grow in the mountains. Mountains are high and rocky. Trees grow in valleys. Valleys are the lowland between mountains. Hey, boys and girls, we live in the San Fernando Valley, and it is an area between some mountain ranges. There's a mountain, and we live in a valley. Beautiful trees there. Trees grow near rivers. Rivers carry water to lakes and the ocean. I would think that trees that live near a river would be very healthy because they would get lots of water. Trees grow near the ocean. These trees grow roots above and below the mud. Ocean water covers the roots every day. Well, this is one of those times when we can actually see the roots of the tree. Isn't that interesting? I think that those are called mangrove trees. Trees grow in deserts. Deserts are dry and hot. Now, boys and girls, remember I said that I bet trees growing near the river are really healthy? These trees that grow in the desert are specially adapted. These are special trees that can grow in a dry, hot area. Trees grow in swamps. Swamps are always wet. And these trees are adapted to live where it's wet all the time. Different trees grow in different places. Trees grow in orchards. People plant fruit trees in orchards and take care of them. Ooh, it looks like a cherry tree. I love cherries. They're one of my favorite fruits. Look around your school. Can you find trees that were planted by people? Hey, let's go out and take a look at some more trees. I have some fruit trees in some pots at school. And even though they're in a pot, they're not growing in the ground, they have the same parts. There's the trunk coming up out of the soil. There is the trunk branches off and it has branches. And there are the leaves. This is a small tree, but it's still a tree, and trees are plants. I'm out at another tree. I'm looking at the tree coming up out of the ground, and I'm going up the trunk. And that's where the branches separate from the main trunk. And then up to the trees. This is a beautiful tree. I love the bark. Ooh, what a beautiful tree. But even though it's a tree, it's still just a plant. Hello, tree. This is a tree that I want us to pay attention to. This is a tree at school on the campus, and this tree is going to change over the next few months. Right now it has some green leaves and some brown leaves. And something is going to happen to this tree. Boys and girls, I would like you to find that one tree that you're going to pay attention to. I'm going to pay attention to this tree. And I want to see how this tree changes over the next few months. It's a beautiful tree. All right, kindergartners, will you please get your new science notebook? And look what I did. I colored mine. So I put my name, Mrs. Belatash. I colored the trees, I colored the grass, I colored the clouds, and I decided I wanted to show that it was raining because it's kind of trees and weather. But I also put a pretty rainbow up at the top. So rainbows always go in this order: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I don't really have indigo or violet, so I kind of used a purple color. So I colored my notebook, and then I'm opening it up, and you can do that later. You don't have to do it now. I'm opening up to the first page, and the question is, what did you learn about trees? So I put my name on the page, and I put the date. I did my science journal on November 9th, 2020, but you guys are doing it on a different day. And then I drew a picture of a tree, and I wrote, trees are plants. But there are lots of other things that you can write. You can also write, trees have roots. Or trees have a trunk. Or trees have branches. Or trees have leaves. So you could write that. You could also write, trees grow in cities. Trees grow in nature. Trees grow in pots. We are going to learn more and more about trees. Looking forward to seeing you next week, Cougars.